Hello. Sierra, of course, it's not that your last video shocked me, but it really made me think a lot, and I was wanting to respond in a good way, and I've been trying to think about what would be a good way to respond, because one of the big questions for me about this whole project, about working on YouTube, which is a public space, which also means that other people could interfere, which in fact they haven't done a lot, which is also, I think, due to that we haven't really made it public, so we're not announcing it or advertising it. I speak about it, but it's not something that I'm sending links to people to watch and all of this. And I was thinking it's kind of interesting that your particular situation of being half Israeli and half Danish, and having been in Israel in this period where so crazy things are going on, and how this kind of comes into the project, which I think is very confronting because it's things I'm thinking about all the time, about how the art practice that I do, or that people do in general, what the relationship between that and what is going on in the world, what these relationships are. And I think it's quite interesting to be confronted, because it happened the first time actually 4 months ago or 3 months ago, when you were speaking about wanting to use the map of Israel, where I already had this I don't know how to do that, because for me that includes a lot of political considerations that I'm not sure that I have a strong position towards. And what I was thinking now is, like, I think we should keep your score. We should not change. We should find a way to integrate, because the thing is that even though I hear gunshots, and now you have told me what it is also, which makes it even more loaded, at the same time I have an instruction in your score which saying dancing in relation to an equally timed sunset, where one of the suns creates a different temperature in my body than another, which is a total other thing, at least for me. So I'm trying now to relate to the sound in relation to the score in a physical, kinesthetic way, and then I think we have to continue discussing not whether or not we should keep this sound. I think that's not the issue, but about the inclusion, exclusion, about general topics that are going on in the world. And I think the reason why it can be included here is because it's you. And I think what we are doing is very much based on these spaces that are connected to us, the performers doing the thing. So if in your memory you connect to this, I think that's good. And of course, Mano and I cannot have the same relationship to this sound, to this space as you have. So naturally, we have to create a different kind of relation, not to get stuck in that. So that, in a way, okay, that was the response to your previous video. I'm actually quite, in a way, happy about it, or interested in what this confrontation that is rather difficult for me to think how to respond to, because I think the topic of war interests me, and for sure what is going on now is so extreme that in a way I would like to take a position, but I don't think that my work is the place to deal with this conflict. For you, it might be that the work is the place for you to deal with this conflict. And this I find interesting. And anyway, now it is included, so there's nothing. There's a lot more to say about it, but there's not the question of inclusion, exclusion. I think it's already done. We are in it. We're discussing it. We are thinking about it. So on the practical level, I think we should keep it, and I think Manon and I should deal with it in the ways that we can. Whether that is then, because I think you're also right, it's not more connoted necessarily than some of the spaces that we have produced. I was thinking actually the submarine that is in my score, in fact, submarines are also have been used a lot for warfare, of course. So you could say, is this sound more connoted than that? If people don't know where the sounds come from, and if they're only in their reading of the sound, so what we offer them, then of course I think there is not so much difference between and now I stop because I'm afraid I'm speaking too long, and then I will do a practical video because we have to fix some things for Tuesday. So till soon. Ciao.